ones who get it done. If this were a Reese's TV ad, you'd be staring at a Reese's peanut butter cup. And sure, my voice is peanut buttery smooth, but still, you need to see the peanut butter cups, right? No? I can really just say Reese's and you'll go get some? Okay. Reese's. 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 Really working, actually. Reese's. Reese's. I'm on to something. Reese's. Reese's. Reese's.
KCBS traffic and weather time. Let's check those roads as you head to work for a Friday. Here's Kim Winderly. Yep, we have a snag on the Nimitz Freeway as you're coming out of Hayward, pointed towards San Lorenzo. There's a crash on the San Lorenzo side. This is North 880 before you get to Hesperian as you're making your way toward Highway 238. Third lane from the left. They're trying to clear this crash, but the traffic is instantly backed up right around Winton Avenue, so count on some brake lights here. Fine at the Bay Bridge at the toll plaza. They turned off the metering lights, but we're starting to see a little bit of sluggish traffic as soon as you come out of the tunnel, so careful as you make your way over to Fremont Street. It's not completely at the speed limit. You will find on-again, off-again sluggish traffic. I don't see anything reported in the roadway, but this has definitely gotten a little bit crowded of late. Marin County looks perfect. South 101 from Novato to the Golden Gate Bridge. No issues here. Seeing some slow traffic now on the north side of the Sunol grade. This is northbound 680 heading towards Sunol Boulevard. A little bit of slow and go traffic here. I'm just double checking with CHP. There may be a fender bender out here. If you happen to see anything on the northbound side of 680 heading out towards Sunol, feel free to give us a call here, KCBS phone force. We're all ears. 415-391-KCBS. Your next update, 9:58 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Manson, you sleep for 6-day weather forecast. Here's KPIX 5's Jessica Birch.
Hey, good morning. Happy Friday. Daytime highs today. They're slowly starting to warm up. We're sitting above average, but nothing too extreme. We're actually about to crank up the heat significantly as we head into next work week, as high pressure really builds its way into Northern California. Let's talk about the numbers, though. We're experiencing low 80s today in San Jose, upper 80s, even 90s by Monday and Tuesday next week, with a lot of sunshine in store for us. Same trend along the coast in the Bay, but where we're really going to feel it is off in Inland East Bay. We'll keep you updated on that here in the Weather Center, but for now, I'm meteorologist Jessica Birch with your KCBS KPIX 5 first look forecast.
Traffic and weather together on the 8s on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
KCBS News Time 9:51. Fernie Byer and Vivian Bosu-Skinner are at the KCBS editor's desk. It is being billed as the world's most immersive virtual reality experience, and it's up and running in Emeryville, and that is where we find KCBS's Jim Taylor.
Welcome to Sandbox.
What the lingo is virtual reality location-based entertainment.
Carlos is running the show here in Emeryville.
You come in, we track you up head to toe, so you have full body tracking, pretty much become a part of your own movie. So we are, in essence, like the new movies.
He's getting me all fitted up with a high-quality haptic system, sensors strapped to my ankles and wrists, a headset and face mask, and a backpack full of electronics. For all intents, wireless.
You're tethered wirelessly, so you're wearing a backpack PC over your shoulders, and that has cables that run to the headset. So you are still wearing like a PC setting, but it's not like where you're hooked up.
Here we go. A lot of VR is experienced alone in your living room, maybe your family looking on bemused. This is different.
VR could be very isolating, so we're a location-based place where you come in with your group and you're in a social setting where you're actually in and you are the stars of this experience.
Hey, you can choose your own action experience in which to star. I find out quickly fighting zombies is what's popular with the players. What's your favorite thing to do here?
So anything with zombies and shooting.
You feel good about that, shooting up zombies?
Yeah, it's just something about you feel accomplished when you succeed.
So for the next 40 minutes, that's what I do. Killing zombies so they won't kill me. Extremely realistic, I must say, this virtual reality thing. Does everybody sweat as much as I do?
Yeah.
I really like it.
Soaking wet here.
It was the best workout I've had in a long time. You walk out with a pretty cool video of yourself, a trailer of your own virtual reality experience. Immersed in a virtual reality in Emeryville, Jim Taylor, KCBS.
The Dahlia is San Francisco's official flower, and they're blooming now in a special spot in Golden Gate Park. KCBS's David Welch paid a visit.
Just inside the gates of Golden Gate Park, if you head east past the Conservatory of Flowers, you'll find a San Francisco marvel.
Stunning, the size and scope, all the varieties, the colors.
It's called the Dahlia Dell. It's a plot dedicated completely to the dahlia flower. And right now, it's in full bloom.
I think just all the colors and how vibrant they are. Just all the colors just pop, pop, pop.
This happens to be, we're right at the peak of dahlia season in San Francisco. So you're seeing the utmost expression of dahlias. What do you think?
It's amazing. I've never seen so many dahlias in one place.
The garden's maintained year-round by the Dahlia Society of California. They handle all the watering, pruning, and fertilizing of the garden, and they do so solely through a volunteer staff.
I think I'm going to need to plant dahlias in the ground. These are so gorgeous.
In Golden Gate Park, David Welch, KCBS.
It is Money Watch time on KCBS, and for that we turn to Jason Burks.
It's time for the KCBS Mortgage Rate Watch, sponsored by Fremont Bank, Bay Area's premier mortgage lender. Mortgage activity rose last week, but that was due to higher refinance demand as purchase applications dipped for the 5th time in 6 weeks. Refi apps rose 4% as borrowers took advantage of the prior week's pullback in rates, the biggest weekly decline for the 30-year fixed rate since 2020. The MBA says that the purchase market continues to experience a slowdown despite the strong job market, as buyers remain on the sideline due to still challenging affordability conditions and doubts about the strength of the economy. MBA economist Joel Kahn says mortgage rates declined following the Federal Reserve's second straight 75 basis point rate hike, with the likelihood of more rate hikes to come, with investors continuing to expect a weaker macroeconomic environment in the coming months. Kahn is offering some optimism for the housing market, saying lower mortgage rates combined with more inventory coming to the market could lead to a rebound in purchase activity. Jason Brooks, KCBS.
And the 30-year fixed mortgage rate is up to 5.27%. 15-year fix is up to 4.58%. KCBS News Time, 9:55. Another look at the roads in under 3 minutes.
At Fremont Bank, we know home mortgage rates can vary from lender to lender. Some offer no closing cost loans, some have points and fees options. But here, we offer both. We have a range of offers for you to choose from, plus perks that add value to help make your home buying or refinancing process as quick and easy as possible. With our local team of experts who know the Bay Area market up and down, your mortgage process just got a whole lot better. Learn more at fremontbank.com. NMLS 478471, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Why choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because our Sleep Number 360 smart bed is really smart. It senses your movement and automatically adjusts to help keep you both comfortable. Plus, it's temperature balancing so you stay cool. It's even smart enough to know exactly how long, how well, and when you slept. Our smart sleepers get 28 minutes more restful sleep per night. Sleep Number takes care of the science. All you have to do is sleep. Don't miss our weekend special. Save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed, plus special financing ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com. Special financing subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Are you curious about who offers the best deals on top-rated Samsung, LG, and Sony TVs? The answer is surprising. It's not online, and it's not the warehouse clubs. The best deals on top-rated TVs are at Video Only. Don't believe it? Then check out the trade-in deals at Video Only. How about $500 for your old TV? Try doing that online. Before you buy that new TV, drop into Video Only. If you don't, you'll be sorry.
Thinking of selling your house, but you don't want to deal with repairs, cleaning, realtor photos, and showings? With John Buys BayAreaHouses.com, you don't have to do any repairs or pay any commissions. Call 510-426-7000 and John will give you a fair cash offer without any inspections, showings, or other headaches. That's 510-426-7000. When you sell to John Buys BayAreaHouses.com, you decide when you want to move, according to your schedule and your terms. John Buys vacant houses, inherited houses, beautiful houses, fixer-uppers in any condition, as is. John Buys BayAreaHouses.com provides you the easiest sell possible and assists you in every step of the way. If you want to sell and have any questions, please call 510-426-7000. That's 510-426-7000 and get the offer you have been waiting for.
KCBS News Time, 9:58. Let's head back over to your local Honda dealer's traffic center for an update on the drive this morning from Kim Wonderly. Yeah, they're working on it. We're talking about that crash we talked about last time. That had just come in for the San Lorenzo side of North 880 before you get up to Hesperian and 238. Crash off to the right shoulder largely, but that has produced a bit of a backup now. We're stretching back all the way from Highway 92. That's where the brake lights first come on, so there's obviously still something to look at here. The far right lane had been blocked, and that may still be the case as tow trucks are coming aboard the scene. We're also seeing a slow band of traffic on northbound 680. This is in Sonoma. As you make your way up from Vallecito's, the Highway 84 split, it goes on for a little over a mile and then suddenly loosens up. Now, there's no stalls or accidents reported here, so I'm just going to report the slow traffic for now until this turns out to be a report to CHP or someone gives us a call on that KCBS phone force line, and you're welcome to do that, 415-391-KCBS. Victor's up next. He'll have more at 10:08 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Sunny and warm today after the clouds go away. Highs from the 60s and 70s coastside, 70s and 80s bayside, high 80s, low 90s inland. Traffic and weather together on the 8s on All News 1069 and AM 740 KCBS.
It is Friday, August 12th, 2022, coming up on KCBS.
This is Matt Bigler. Why students no longer have to quarantine if they're exposed to COVID. I'm Mike DeWald. How the Bay Area is playing a leading role in the federal response to monkeypox.
We want to work toward eliminating it.
And author Salman Rushdie has been attacked and stabbed while on stage in upstate New York today.
I'm Melissa Colross.
I'm Eric Thomas.
When you need to know, KCBS AM, KFRC FM, and HD1, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, and Odyssey Station.
10 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Steve Kathan. Attacked on stage, author Salman Rushdie. Police in Chautauqua, New York say he was stabbed in the neck just before a lecture and taken to a hospital. Governor Kathy Hochul.
He is alive. He is been transported, airlifted to safety.
Reports say a suspect's in custody. Rushdie is 75 years old. He faced death threats from Iran in the 1980s for his book, The Satanic Verses. Former President Trump says he won't look to block the government plan to release details of the FBI's search warrant that got agents into his Florida estate. CBS's Jeff Pagades.
The warrant and property receipt, if unsealed, would reveal what the FBI was looking for in the list of items taken. In a statement, the former president insisted that his attorneys and representatives were cooperating fully. The FBI's search in Mar-a-Lago has sparked a wave of violent threats against the Justice Department.
The judge said today the fraud and tax case against the Trump Organization can proceed to trial in October. The House is expected to vote today on the major spending measure that made it through the Senate, targeting inflation, climate change, and drug prices.
Enables Medicare to negotiate for the price of prescription drugs. It prevents excessive price hikes. It caps out-of-pocket prescription drugs to $2,000, extends the Affordable Care Act subsidies for 3 years to lock in lower premiums.
That's House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Republicans say the bill is bad for the economy. In the Kentucky flood zone, complaints are getting louder about the federal response.
Many eastern Kentucky flood victims like Parker Miller are seeing their federal disaster aid claims being rejected.
If financial aid comes, I feel like that will bring a lot of hope and a lot of people back to Breathitt County.
Democratic Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear is not happy.
I am not satisfied with the way that FEMA claims are coming back right now. We're going to continue to push to be treated better by that organization.
FEMA has not said why so many flood claims are being rejected. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
Europe's drought has now triggered water use restrictions in central and southern England. Conservationist Alistair Noel is concerned about river levels.
The Thames at its source, at the usual source, dries up fairly often, that is true. But to have pushed so far down its course this early is unusual, and it is worrying.
Checking Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 289 points. The Nasdaq is up 164. The S&P up 42. This is CBS News.
Hire with minimal effort and max speed with Indeed. Their hiring solution platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates efficiently. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
It's 10:03 at the Bay Area's news station KCBS. Sunny, some lingering clouds at the coast. It will be hot inland. Morning, I'm Liz St. John in for Rebecca Corral. Here's what's happening. The new COVID guidelines released by the CDC yesterday will mean a big change for how classrooms deal with the virus this school year. KCBS's Matt Bickler reports kids are being told to stay in class if they've been exposed.
The CDC now said that if students have been exposed to COVID, they no longer have to leave class in quarantine, regardless of their vaccination status. How big?
It's huge. It's better for us in terms of having to track, and it makes it easier for kids to stay in school.
Janet Gates is the principal at Donlin Elementary School in Pleasanton. Many parents like Nick Alexander are also relieved about not having to quarantine their kids.
That's an important thing because that disruption causes many problems with kids losing their place in class.
Students who test positive for COVID are still required to isolate at home. Quarantining is still recommended for people in high-risk congregate settings like jails, nursing homes, and homeless shelters. Matt Bickler, KCBS.
The federal government is stepping up efforts to contain monkeypox as cases hit 10,000 nationwide. KCBS's Mike DeWald reports the White House is looking to the Bay Area for help.
Cases of monkeypox have now been reported in every state but Wyoming. To help lead the federal response, the White House has tapped FEMA Administrator Bob Fenton.
I'm from San Francisco. I'm a fifth generation San Franciscan. And when directed to the White House, got on a plane from San Francisco to go and Texas way.
Fenton ran Oakland's COVID vaccination site and has also led the disaster response to California wildfires. He says the race is on to get monkeypox contained, saying the FDA's emergency use vaccine authorization helps, along with improved testing infrastructure.
Testing is increased up to 80,000 tests a week now, and anyone that is concerned of monkeypox or showing signs should go to their clinic, their doctor, and go ahead and get tested.
He says there's also an emphasis on the areas hardest hit, like San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Palm Springs.
This is the first time we've seen it spread like it has, which means the strand has evolved.
California is just shy of 2,000 monkeypox cases. Almost 90% are within the LGBTQ community. Mike DeWald, KCBS.
Napa County health officials have now traced the bacteria that causes Legionnaire's disease to 2 additional sites. An outbreak in the county has killed 1 person and made 12 more sick over the past month. Health officials earlier this month announced a cooling tower in the Embassy Suites Napa Valley Hotel was to blame for some of the outbreak. Now the county's discovered high levels of the bacteria in a decorative pond at the Embassy Suites. It says a cooling tower in the County Hall of Justice in the city of Napa is a hotspot as well. Legionella, the bacteria that causes the disease, can be found in water sources like fountains, hot tubs, and air conditioning units in large buildings. California abortion providers are seeing a dramatic increase in the number of people from out of state seeking abortion. KCBS's Margie Schaefer reports the numbers were shared as Vice President Harris convened a reproductive rights roundtable in San Francisco.
Abortion is restricted or illegal in several states following the Dobbs decision, and more are coming to California to get an abortion, explained CEO of Planned Parenthood Northern California, Bill. Wants California to be
the place where people can turn to get care no matter what.
Vice President Harris counted herself among like-minded people at a reproductive roundtable.
In California, we understand it should be her decision.
In November, California voters will consider whether to amend the Constitution to include the right to abortion and contraception. In San Francisco, Margie Schaefer, KCBS. Just ahead on KCBS.
Jeffrey Schaub inside San Francisco's Ferry Building, which is having something of a revival post-COVID.
KCBS News Times 10:08. Traffic and weather together. We say good morning to Victor Saragosa. He's heading to Hayward.
Good morning.
morning, Liz, and looking at a bit of a slowdown. This is northbound at 880 before you approach Tennyson Road. You are definitely on the brakes all the way to San Lorenzo just before Hesperian Boulevard. There was a crash that was blocking lanes. Everything's on the right-hand shoulder now, but still quite a bit of a slowdown in that direction. As far as southbound 880 in Fremont, you are slow from Highway 84 Dakota Road. Up and on the brakes, got pockets of slow traffic to just before Auto Mall Parkway. After that, looks like it's a smooth ride into Milpitas. Also, still looking at some pockets of slow traffic on 680 in the northbound direction as you approach Highway 84 in Sonoma. By the time you get to Sonoma Boulevard, headed into Pleasanton, you are clearing up the speed limit. And in the South Bay, still looking at slow traffic on Highway 87 from right around Capitol Expressway to Kirtner Avenue. There was also an earlier crash